brothers and sisters, all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given you and I the opportunity to come to His house and the ability to perform His faridah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our effort of coming to His house, and we ask Allah azza wa jal to accept our ibadah and forgive our shortcomings. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. As we continue the discussion of bringing blessings into your house through the dinner table, having to learn the etiquettes of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in our meals, the way we eat. And this is a rahmah and mercy of Allah. One sunnah that is practiced in a home, it is better than anything else, anything of this world that you can purchase and have it as a decoration in your house. This is why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has encouraged us to decorate our homes with the sunnah of his, because these are the means of blessings. So in today's hadith, it is the importance of sharing with everybody, having to share what you like the most with others. So many of times it happens that something is very little and very less and probably allocated towards an individual, and this person wants to have it entirely for himself. But then having the concept of sharing. Sharing is actually the concept of increasing things in your life. Things are going to become multiply when you share. Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'een, they say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us more whenever we shared. We never seen that by sharing things have decreased in our life. Rather, they have increased more. And they have become so much that we couldn't imagine that how can so much blessings of Allah and His barakah can be part of our life. So hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu narrates that Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, طعام الواحد يكفي الإثنين, that the food of one person is sufficient for two, and the food for two is sufficient for three, and the 3 to 4. This is the narration of Bukhari and Muslim. And Imam Muslim has an addition up to number 8, that the food of 4 people is sufficient for 8 people. Now this hadith serves many great lessons in the life of an individual. The concept of sharing, the concept of eating together for increasing the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A sahabi came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they said, Ya Rasulullah, inna na'kulu wa la nashba'. We eat but we don't get content. We still feel hungry. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, la'allakum, looks like you are eating separately. Everyone is eating, but they are eating at a separate time. So eat together, sit together, eat together. Even a little food is going to be sufficient. And when you eat separately, even a lot of food is not enough, because the barakah of Allah is no longer there. This hadith also gives us this implication. And the third thing is, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this hadith is giving us a lesson that eat less than what is given to you as a portion. So you have been given this plate or an amount of food that is sufficient for one person, divide it so that it becomes very light on your stomach. Do not eat to your full. Rather, when you leave the table, when you leave the food after you have done, keep hunger inside you. Why? Because it serves 2 purposes. It helps to digest the food faster, and number 2, it gives you strength to do ibadah. Otherwise, having a full belly after you have finished your meal, it creates laziness, and which decreases the enthusiasm in an individual to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask the Almighty Allah to give us understanding. We ask Allah to give us the ability to revive this sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in our homes. And we ask Allah azza wa jal to protect us from the deception of shaitan and the temptation of our nafs. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.